Some of the small things that a teacher that has taught in interactive TV might teach you is quick, just audio-video checks at the start of each class. I'll start with something like, good morning, ladies and gents, it's good to see you. I'm happy that you're here. Maple Hill, give me a wave if you can hear me and see me. And they're used to it now, they'll just quickly give a wave, so I know that they're on board and I can begin. That's a small thing that I didn't start out doing, and 5 or 6 minutes into like my second lecture, they were waving because they couldn't hear me. Well, that was 5 or 6 minutes that I wasted and had to redo because I didn't quickly take 10 seconds to make sure that they could hear me. Another small thing that sexually has implications all over the board is watching yourself teach. And watching yourself teach, you grow and you become a better teacher. However, you're able to put yourself in the shoes of your students at a remote site. So you can learn what works for the student at the remote site and what absolutely does not work, and you can adjust accordingly. That's just a small change, and you can do that, you don't have to do that in front of anyone, just on your laptop watching it at home. You can say, okay, that worked as a remote student and that didn't, so that's a small change. Having your camera presets if you're teaching a lab, having your camera presets before the lab is something small. That's unbelievably important. Transitioning between camera shots could take some time as the camera needs to find its way there, stop and focus. However, with the camera preset function, I hit the number 2 and I know that it's going to focus on my lab table, so I can continue to talk. Another small quick change that is effective, but it's just simply a small tweak, is just remembering what source you're feeding to your remote site, meaning you can switch very easily between DVD player, computer, document camera, things of that nature, but it's important not to forget what they're receiving. It's sometimes really easy just to focus on your students at the host site, so you and your students are live at your host site, and forgetting that the students at the remote sites are receiving something completely different. You, as the instructor, get to choose what your students at the remote site see. If you hit document camera, they're going to see the document camera. Well, if you quickly show a picture of the cell membrane on the document camera and forget to hit teacher camera again, you can be talking, and talking and talking and teaching, and all they will see is that document camera. So it's important to keep in the front of your mind that you have 2 different audiences, and you get to choose what your remote site audience sees. In terms of distributing materials, it takes, you really have to think not till next week or the week after, but in huge chunks next month and the month after that. So I would highly recommend that if you're going to teach a distance learning course through interactive TV, that you have some kind of internet interface, a portal. So the Bio 105 class, we use Blackboard, provided by Hudson Valley. So I have all of my assignments up on that, and they submit it electronically. What the students have available to them online is the lab electronically. So they're responsible for typing the correct answers, typing in the procedure that they used, and just simply answering discussion and analysis questions, and then submitting that directly to me through Blackboard electronically via email. So I'd highly, highly recommend that you have some kind of electronic interface where you submit and collect assignments that way. Every once in a while, is there something that goes wrong? Yeah, and that's, you can kind of consider the fax machine as a backup, or if it's like a 1-page quick pop quiz or something like that, that's when fax machines are appropriate. You've been teaching social studies, math, foreign language, science for years, so you know what works in your classroom. There are teachers and educators out there that have taught social studies, math, science, foreign language on interactive TV to remote sites. So they've discovered already all the small things that make it successful, and they're willing to share. So the phrase is, why reinvent the wheel? The wheel in distance learning through interactive TV has already been invented. All the support systems are in place. You just need to adapt your current teaching styles through a camera on a TV, and there are people here that are more than willing to help.